Now, Farpoint toys and collectibles for retro. Right now, it's time for Bartertown.
Say hello.
Say hello to my little friend.
Hello.
Hello, little
Hello.
friend.
Hello. It's It doesn't feel like it's been a day already. It's
Woo!
a day after the big show.
I do not feel like it has been 24 hours since we closed the store yesterday.
The show.
No
Hi.
way.
Hi, I'm Justin.
I'm exhausted.
Behind the counter is Selena. Kermit.
Oh, I forgot to turn off that light that I always say I want to turn on.
Turn it off now.
Turn it off. Come here, Tuck. No, he doesn't want me.
We are Farpoint Toys and Collectibles. We had a giant
Huge.
toy show yesterday.
It was not just a toy show. It was
a
experience. It was a transcendental experience for those involved. All of those involved.
I hear the microwave.
I do hear the microwave.
So-
Which means Justin's gonna have to get up in a second.
I will.
You can turn off that light.
So, there's a local event here called the Fleming's Junkyard Pumpkin Run that has been going on for decades now, and it's huge. It's a huge car show in like the fall, and it's in an old junkyard. It just has this vibe, and it's a local legend. And somebody yesterday said to me, "This has the Pumpkin Run vibe, where it's a local big event."
Giant mess of awesome.
And that made me feel so good to hear that, like to hear us mentioned in a breath like that.
Yeah, that's a huge compliment.
It's such a big deal. Like, people come from out of state, which they do for this. It causes crazy traffic jams. Guess what? Which happens here.
Yeah.
So yesterday was a rousing success.
Beyond.
And I don't mean financially. It's not really a money-making thing. It's a goodwill thing, really.
It is. We've said this every year, and even with a sponsor this year, who we will talk about at length later in the show.
Who really made it possible.
Paul Brown has done so much for Farpoint that if I had to make a list, I wouldn't have a piece of paper or a notebook big enough to list everything. You said this last night when we were talking. Farpoint wouldn't be what it is today without the influence of Paul Brown and Spotlight Marketing Solutions
100%.
LLC.
100%.
So that we will get into that more. I forget what conversation.
We also will sell some toys. We promise. But for the most part, we are going to recap the show and talk about some of the great gifts we got. Talk about some of the fun experiences we had. Talk about some of the great vendors.
I had a point, and I totally don't remember what it was.
Well, you'll get back to it. You want to turn that light off?
You're gonna do it when you get your.
I'll go do it now because I heated up my.
Somebody has to remind me what I was talking about so I can continue talking while you're gone, though.
Recap.
You're just walking away, and I forget what I was saying. Does anybody remember what the hell I was saying?
This year?
Yeah, the side strip here. The show was outrageous. We were talking about the Fleming's Pumpkin Run. I have no idea what I was saying. The show was amazing. The vibe is just so chill. Everybody is just having a great time. We had more vendors set up than we've ever had at an It's a Toy show here at Farpoint. We had more foot traffic than we have ever had. We had more people actually parking where they were supposed to park than ever. So thank you for paying attention. The parking lot across the street was full all day.
Was this the first year that the cops didn't show up?
This is the first
year
year
they didn't show up.
This is the first year that the cops didn't show up.
For bad reasons.
For bad reasons, yes.
Well, they also didn't show up for good reasons, which kind of sucked. But
yeah, that's another. I didn't want to get into that, but
yeah.
you,
Can you
brought
make
it up.
the comments bigger? I'm sorry.
Possibly. Your calls are
just no. Okay, you can try it like that. Might.
Is there a different?
No,
way?
try it like that. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
I really can't remember what we were saying earlier, and I had a thread there, and until I get through the thread, my brain's not going to work. I don't remember what we were saying.
We were saying it was great, not financially. It was a goodwill.
Oh, yes. So we don't do this for the money. It's a free show. If we were doing it for the money, it wouldn't be free. We do it for the community. We do it as a give back to the people that give to us. We do it as a community outreach thing, like just come and do a thing and have fun and.
Come to Mays Landing.
Yes, come to Mays Landing.
South Jersey.
Come to Mays Landing for a reason besides court.
And a defunct mall. Come check out our store if you haven't been here before.
Yes.
There's a great reason to come. 80 vendors around the parking lot. The weather couldn't have been better. There's so much positive stuff to say. I just had the best show I've ever had because I had freaking volunteers.
Yes. Can we shout out? I want to shout out to a lot of people today, but let's start at the beginning of show. At 4:45 a.m., our volunteers showed up.
I mean, these guys got up at the butt crack of sun up.
Mike and Alex, Mr. Rivy's Racks, and the Big Conk were here at 5 a.m. with us, Justin, working on getting people in their spots, putting everybody where they needed to be, making sure logistics were working. This is the first time.
Mike was here waiting for me, like tapping his foot.
He was
He's
banging.
Like, he's an early guy.
We could see him on the camera banging on the door, and we're like driving as fast as we can. Thank you to again, we have a lot of people to thank, but I want to start with Alex and Mike. You guys made it so that Justin didn't have to be logistically standing there and putting every single person in their spot.
I had two grown-ass men that were able to
Do the thing.
Yeah, I did micromanage a little bit, only because there were certain people I wanted in certain spots. But,
yeah,
but honestly,
we had a mental inventory.
They worked together. They thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I had a great show because of you two specifically, no doubt about it. Also, Kevin Grant. Got here early.
He was the next person I was going to thank. DJ Kevin Tron, who, if you're not aware, has created a Nintendo game. A Farpoint Nintendo game. We're going to talk about that more probably later
Tucker's
on.
name on the screen.
Tucker is in it. So I can't get the ROM to work on my computer. We need to plug in Nintendo so I can actually play the actual cartridge. There's an actual cartridge game.
Mark said, "Uh-oh."
We're probably talking about the cops.
Maybe.
There is a video game, a Farpoint video game, and I couldn't. Who can say that I have a video game about my store? Can you think of anybody?
No.
Like, is there a Value City video game? Is there a Best Buy video game? Like, I can't think of what store has its own video game. Apparently, YouTube is giving people trouble. Try refreshing or going to Facebook. We're fully streaming on our end. It's
it looked like
probably
Facebook had an issue too. Yeah, we're plugged in. We got internet here, so
yeah, we're fully good. So it's not.
You're only missing us gush about people.
Yes. Yeah. So Kevin, thank you. He ran our table outside all day. Speaking of running things for us, Kermit was behind the counter all day. If you got rung up here in the store yesterday, my sister Selena is who rang you up. So big kudos to her. We're not paying her to do that. I bought her McDonald's today, and that was her payment.
It was
We didn't even feed her yesterday.
Which brings us to
feeding her yesterday.
Yes.
Right now, I'm eating a grilled brisket, brisket and grilled cheese and brisket, barbecue brisket.
Can I just have one bite of that? Like when you're about to be done, can I have like one, like your second to last bite? Because I got the tacos, and last year I didn't get the grilled cheese either, and I don't know why I didn't get it this year. I just want like literally one bite.
I could eat that all day, every day.
Sorry, I'm just looking.
That is courtesy of my man Chris at Motley Q.
You made the whole neighborhood smell amazing.
I hope it's worth it for them to come hang out. I mean, it's a personal thing for me because I just want to eat their food.
Well, I think it's a personal thing for Chris too, and I don't want to speak out of turn, Chris. I know you're watching. This man has never missed a Bartertown. He has logged in and watched at least 5 minutes of every single Bartertown we've ever had. 165.
How he still likes us.
How he still wants to be around us ever for any reason, I can't understand.
I mean, I've missed more Bartertowns than he has.
Selena has been to less Bartertowns. I think we have been to less Bartertowns than Chris Webb. the man is God. Chris, thank you for everything.
Chris and Frank of Motley Q.
Yes, and Katie as well. Fantastic people. Off the charts.
Was Katie in the truck? I didn't even notice.
Someone was in the truck. I don't want to assume
Maybe one of his
Katie.
daughters.
There was a very lovely woman in the truck. I don't think it was Katie, but I'm going to shout out to Katie anyway.
Burger King had their own Xbox 360 game.
Oh, and KFC has video games too because they like make their own. All right, fair. Keith, I appreciate that. Keith, I'm sorry I missed you and Connor yesterday. There's a lot of people I missed. I'm glad you were here, and I'm sorry
I missed you. I was pulled in every direction. If I can't sit here and name every person.
Look, I missed
our
Earl.
VIPs. I saw Earl and family.
I missed Earl.
I saw Earl.
I saw Scott Faust.
I did see Scott for like a second. I missed Mike Doherty. I know he was here, and I missed him. You saw everyone who bought something yesterday. That's literally everyone.
That counts.
You know what's cool to me is I'm sitting there, and my old best friend.
Don't put that on my Palatoy desk. Are you mad?
Put it next to it.
Love behind. Yeah, go to the pyramid.
Now. Okay. Well, there you go.
Thank
Derailed conversation.
You tried to put
I
food
didn't
boxes.
see half the people either. I got all excited when Paul Brown walked in. I'm like, Paul's here, Paul's here. Justin's like, yeah, he's been here for hours. Well, it's new to me.
So speaking of food, the cheesecake nerd
That's
was
what,
here.
that's what I had for breakfast.
Which one did you eat?
Berry.
Okay.
Because berry to me has a breakfasty connotation, even though it's cheesecake.
Berries are a
I
breakfast
saved
thing.
you the cookies and cream. He gave us basically one of each.
He did give us one of each, plus he gave us the cheesecake-filled chocolate chip cookies. Yes, you heard me.
Where are they at?
They're in the fridge with the rest of the. They're in the same box. It's in one of those boxes.
All right.
They gave us one of each flavor. The cookies and cream is specifically mine. It should have had a giant P carved on the front.
It did not.
Mal was here with the crystal bus, completely sold out of Bulbasaurs. One of those went to our daughter Skylar.
I didn't get to see the crystal bus.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta come back.
Oh yes, you have to come back. The museum looks great. Keith, thank you very much. Cheesecake Nerd almost sold out. I think he would have sold out again this year, but he brought more. Did you see that giant cooler? They got an electric-powered, battery, wireless cooler.
It's the size of a steamer trunk.
I could fit in that thing. It was
Probably
enormous.
pretty important.
It's a steamer trunk.
It is, and it was
Listen,
full of
everybody. If you didn't make money here, it's probably your fault.
If you didn't make money here,
The majority
if you didn't make money here, you're me.
The majority of
Yes, if
dealers
you-
told me they wish they brought more stuff. Everybody, as far as I know, did very well, and makes us very happy.
Yes, like Selena just said, if you didn't make
Oh, we
money,
gotta do the raffle.
it's right here.
Okay.
If you didn't make money yesterday, you must have been her, because she's literally the only person that didn't make a time yesterday.
I spent money.
We spent more money than we made yesterday because we bought some
Rand
bomb.
Register can confirm.
We bought some bomb stuff.
Very good Star Wars collection.
None of that is going to be available today because it's not ready.
Blue snag.
Plus,
We got a blue
forged
snag yesterday. We got a Cloud City cardboard playset yesterday, which I'm very excited
Lily
about.
was here and I didn't see her.
I love.
There were Scullies were here in
The
the
Scullies
museum.
were here.
Selena.
I saw a couple Scullies.
They came in groups. There was a George sighting and then a rest of the Scullies.
At one point, all four were in the museum. How would Selena? You were at the counter.
She might have been busy.
Okay.
I spoke to Amanda, but I don't know who else was here. I was ringing a lot. Those transactions were not like
They weren't
we
ringing
didn't do what
themselves.
we did yesterday in 3 transactions.
Yeah, I hear you. There was a lot of transactions.
Who else do we need to thank? We like specifically. I mean, I know we're going to talk about Paul. Some of our vendors are people that I want to call out.
Well, we got some gifts from people, which is really cool.
We did.
Let's thank Brian for coming. Well, speaking of gifts, he signed his
could
new
we?
action figure. This is one of my oldest friends who went on to chase his dream and became a wrestler. And to see people waiting in line to take pictures with a guy that I've known since childhood.
It's a weird feeling to be that close.
I'm so proud that he has a career and did it, man.
I was thinking about that today. Like when I was a kid, I had a friend that I watched wrestling.
I
with,
love Chris.
and
You got to make sure you get it right. It is not brisket. It's short rib grilled cheese.
Oh,
Get that shit right, Justin.
short rib, man. That's why.
Chris
Very good.
said that it is not about the money. It is about good people in this world. I guess he means the customers because he doesn't mean us.
He means us.
He loves the store and he thinks we're good people. I don't know why.
Well, I guess we're both small businesses in Mays Landing, and if we're doing this together, that's a great thing. That's
Way to do it.
fantastic.
Takes a village or whatever.
Yep,
Did you just say out loud it takes a village?
you did.
Yeah.
You need some pumpkin spice latte and Ugg boots now. You've crossed the threshold.
So, Doug, the fries were amazing. I just ate my grilled cheese.
Oh,
It was
dude.
amazing, and I am saving my nachos for tonight when I'm sitting playing Red Dead Redemption.
You got nachos?
Yeah.
So I got they were waffle fries with
I had them too.
I'm pretty sure that was kick sauce on them.
I also listen.
You got a
That
bottle of
moth,
kick sauce.
my man gave me a bottle.
He technically gave it to me.
We're gonna see how long this.
It's yours,
We're gonna see how long this lasts.
but technically it's me. Technically it was.
Molly kick
So
sauce.
how would
so good.
how would
barbecue
you
sauce.
feel about a Farpoint hot sauce?
I think it wouldn't make any sense.
Why not?
Well,
What do you
listen,
put
you
it on
don't
your
brand.
Joe?
It
What,
could
are we, what are we
say-
kiss? We're
it
just
could-
gonna brand
yes!
everything.
It could say go find one or something.
Nobody will get it.
No one's looking for anything that involves hot sauce. Like if you have hot sauce,
Chris,
you
don't
already
listen to
got
him.
food, it's
You
totally
and me.
fine.
Let's talk. Let's talk this out. I think we'll do well. We're having
So
our
anyway,
own line of candles.
I
We're
gotta
having
put
our
this.
own line of candles. That's a secret. No one's supposed to know about just yet. We're having our own line of candles. I'm
That's
very
right, they won't
excited.
tell.
That's coming this week to the store. Our own line of candles. We'll talk Flame and Flagon. We'll talk more about Flame and Flagon later. I want to shout out to Toy and Tony. I want to shout out to Pops and More. I want to shout out to Chris Reed, EA. I'm probably missing some people, and I apologize if I am.
Why specifically?
These people. So this is a free show. It's free to set up. It's free to come and attend. We are not making any money on the show. Now listen, did we have a decent day in the store? Yes. Because of a lot of hard work. We did have a decent day in the store. We spent all that money, but we did have a good day. But setting up is free. Some people went out of their way to make sure that we got a little donation toward them setting up here. And I'm sure there were more people because we also did a raffle, and I think some folks donated that way. I want to thank all of you guys that whether I just named you or not, whether you threw $1, $5, $10, $50
James said the fried pulled pork sandwich was great. I didn't try.
at
I didn't
us
have it.
at the show for your spot. We appreciate you. We see you. We love you. Thank you.
Anybody who shared, anybody who said good things.
Thank you for helping us put this show on.
It was amazing. It was truly amazing.
Chris, don't confuse the two toy stores. They are distinct.
Okay, yeah, we can work something out for that.
Barbecue sauce?
Yep. So
Barbecue
Flounder was
sauce,
here, and I
Flounder's
pointed
here.
him towards some Boba
Flounder
Fett
got,
stuff that I
Flounder
didn't
got a
actually
Boba
buy.
Fett, a really nice graded Boba Fett comic.
I feel bad that Rob Fiend couldn't.
I
make
feel
it.
bad that Rob couldn't make it, but Rob managed to make it last year, and he had a lot going on last year, so count your lucky stars you made it last year at least. It was a great day, and there's still, listen, we bought some good stuff, and you guys are going to get a peek at some of that.
A Pikachu.
A Pikachu.
So you want to talk about the stuff people gave us, or you want to talk about? Let's we'll finish up with Paul.
I mean, maybe not finish up with Paul. We can talk about Paul and then mention Paul again.
All right. Well, we're talking about vendors right now,
Yeah.
and a first-year vendor
Yes.
was Sinister Sister.
Sister Sinister.
Sinister
Sierra.
Sister. It's all S's. Sierra. Triple S.
Sierra.
She's been coming here since she was young.
Sierra is freaking awesome. She loves horror. She went to, I believe she went to the Tom Savini school.
I think she did.
I know she went to a school. I think it was the Tom Savini
I'm
school.
almost certain it's the Pittsburgh.
She is absolutely amazing with her FX, not just makeup and stuff, but also props and whatnot.
Also cosplay. I mean
Cosplay. Plus, she's just absolutely wonderful in every way. So she's just a fantastic human being. Sierra surprised us with this
total surprise.
absolutely wonderful.
Number 2.
When you have a moment, Selena, camera 2. She surprised us
Photos
with this
of dog
absolutely
treats.
wonderful. Now, this is a handmade.
Now, when she handed me this, I said, "Do I have to say the words?" Because I forget the third word.
No, you don't. She gave us this amazing handmade Necronomicon prop from Evil Dead. And as though this by itself isn't cool enough.
Linda
Like-
said her work was jaw-dropping.
Yeah, like, can we just? I'm gonna get up, which you know I hate to do. That's how important this is. So as though this thing, handmade, as though this beautiful handmade Necronomicon isn't awesome enough.
Nicto. Wait, Barada.
Guys, look at that.
Hi.
It is got Farpoint in it, our logo, and an actual picture that she drew of the store. And I would love. I have to translate. This apparently says Farpoint.
It does in the Deadite language.
Is
I
it
think.
Enochian or something? Like, and
Yeah.
I don't know what this says, but I'm gonna get it translated. I am blown away by how freaking cool this is.
How awesome is that?
She went on Google Earth and actually looked at what the store looks
That's
like.
actual human skin.
It isn't.
It isn't.
Is it?
No.
I wouldn't. I mean, listen. I don't know where she sources her products.
She has a dark elf energy.
She's got a lot. She has a lot of dark elf energy. Plus, she's 9 feet tall. Can we just talk about
And wears
this?
platform boots.
She's anti Penelope. She's 9 feet tall and beautiful. She's the opposite of me in every way possible.
Klaatu.
She's absolutely wonderful.
Barada.
If you guys do not follow Sister Sinister,
Necktie.
please look her up. She's on Facebook and also on Instagram.
Yes.
She is amazing.
This is going on the shelf.
This
of
is going on the
awesome
shelf
stuff
of
that
cool
people
stuff.
Have, the shelf of, it's really props.
It is. We have a
Because
lot
if
of
we put a
movie
shelf
props.
of everything people gave us, it would be another freaking toy store.
We would need an entire
I was
new
gonna say,
new
in
shelf in the
addition,
museum
yeah.
just for stuff that Hal gave.
Oh, we got pins from the finest.
the challenge coins.
Yeah.
You got them?
No.
So the finest were also here.
Give me a minute.
Okay. For those of you that don't know who the finest are, I'm a member of the Finest. We are a costume club, a G.I. Joe costuming club. What makes Farpoint and the Finest, besides me being in it, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Besides me being in the Finest, what really connects them to Farpoint is the fact that we have a Cobra Commander costume. I'm pointing at it right here in the museum. Our fantastic friend Scott, who passed away some time ago, right before we opened here at this location. And we keep his costume, his kit here in store as a memorial to him. So the Finest makes it a point to try to make it to every one of our big events that we have here so that they can, first of all, see Scott, say hello to Scott, and just represent Scott. What's great about the Finest is that not only do we do cool costume stuff, but there's always charity work going on. Yesterday they were able to raise $70 for Canines for Warriors.
Oh wow!
I really hope I'm saying the name of the charity correctly. What they do is all that money goes to getting support animals, support dogs, and things for wounded warriors that need, veterans that need support animals. Oh my gosh! Oh, is that a Tomax and Zama and a Baroness?
It's a Dreadnought one, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, that's so cool!
Because he said I'm a real life Dreadnought.
You are. Oh my gosh, Selena, go to camera too. Hal donated to them. That is so cool. Check out, we've got our little challenge coin that is a Dreadnought dog dressed as a Dreadnought. It looks like a German Shepherd or something. And this is definitely a Doberman dressed as the Baroness for me. So that's from me and Justin.
With Uzis.
With Uzis, yes. You back to camera one. I'm not a club joiner. I'm not too good for it. I don't have time.
You feel like you're gonna let them down.
Yeah, I don't have the time to invest in a lot of.
And you don't do things halfway.
Extracurricular stuff.
Yeah, when we get involved in something, it's always.
And I try my best not to do anything half-assed. It's whole ass or no ass. So when they asked me to join 5 years ago, I was like, listen, what do I have to do? I don't want to let you guys down. And it's just one event a year. And between what we got going on in the store and everything else, I can commit to one event a year in some capacity. But they are a fantastic group of really cool people that do awesome things. I was lucky enough to be in the Girls of the Finest charity calendar a couple years ago with my Baroness and my good friend James as Destro. It's a great group. If you are a G.I. Joe cosplayer, you should consider joining. If you're not a G.I. Joe cosplayer, please look them up online and get involved in whatever way you would like. It's just a cool group, and we do cool things. And our friend Scott is here in the museum. The museum was open yesterday.
Which it typically isn't.
We tend to crap it up too much for it to be open on a regular week. But it was actually fully open to the public yesterday. People actually got to come in and try to buy stuff that they couldn't buy.
I think some people realize what's up. We're gonna put signs on the cases.
We need a little bit more signage to make it a little more clear. Yeah. We do have a big sign that hangs up here, but people that involves looking up. There's so much to see down here that no one's looking up.
Dude, I want to talk about Paul, but let's sell some stuff.
Let's sell some stuff and then talk about Paul a lot.
Yeah.
Let's do one giant Paul talk.
All Paul.
Just Paul all the time.
All Paul.
Let's try to sell some shit.
And then we'll do the raffle at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I told people to watch the stream for the raffle, but I also said we're going to post a number on our page.
Yes.
And we'll give it a week for someone to claim it.
We will.
We'll let it ruminate.
And then if no one claims it, we'll try again, and then we'll go to the next person.
We'll keep doing it until someone finally comes to it.
Yes, that sounds good. So we bought a lot of stuff yesterday.
Indeed.
And I like to eat, so we got to sell some of it. So we're going to sell some stuff. Anybody want to buy anything?
I like to eat. I just want to have Chris set up this truck in front of the store.
So I think that we should...
Good morning, Chris!
I think we should turn this entire room. There's a door right here, right? We could just make it so that Chris can just have this entire side. And then we could turn that into a drive-through window, right? People could pull in, come all the way around. When we come into work, he'll be in here making food, and we can just come and get breakfast.
Why don't we just invest with Chris and start a restaurant chain of Motley Q retro-inspired things, and we'll do the decoration and the hype, and Chris does the cooking and the foods and the menus. Motley Q retro. I don't know. Anyway.
Anyway.
The Ponfar restaurant and
eatery.
Justin?
And eatery.
Justin, I'm going to say this once. I'm going to say this once, and any children watching should close their ears. You can't mix food and that kind of stuff. Never eat.
He said grab and grow. That's basically
never eat food
Ponfar.
Never eat food where girls are nude.
Penelope, we used to eat food when I worked in the porn store all the time. I would have food delivered there all the time.
There were no nude girls there except me.
Au contraire.
Just weren't there at the right
There were
Okay,
nude girls there
let's
sometimes.
sell some stuff. So let's go to camera 2. This conversation is over. All right, let's go to camera 2. I'm going to take Sierra's absolutely beautiful and amazing Necronomicon away.
Yeah, put it on the bar where I could reach it.
Right there. It's creepily looking at me, but it can stay there. Tucky got his own little plush rabbit. Rocky, the mac and cheese with pulled pork. Out of this world. I don't want to make you feel bad. It's okay that you missed it. Motley Q will be back. I cannot explain. I do not have... What does Legolas say after Gandalf dies?
I do not have the heart.
Like...
The pain is still too near.
The pain is still too near. I do not have the words. It's too delicious. I can't formulate language to express it in words. I can't. What do we got here? What are we selling? What do we got? What do we have priced? Because I didn't price all this stuff.
Toys.
Billy wants to be chef in the Farpoint restaurant.
There you go.
VIP just... We just had a VIP.
Fly this away. Justin, keep making flying sounds. I love it.
I love this knockoff Star
No
Wars
one can
stuff.
see you. No one can see what you're doing behind that giant atom smasher in front of you.
Go to camera 1.
I just made her go to camera 2.
I mean, I have one job. It's not that hard.
It's just pushing buttons. Isn't that what you said yesterday?
Yeah.
So cool.
Although, considering I spent all day pushing buttons, my feet hurt an awful lot.
You good? Are you done flying over there?
Yeah, I'm done flying now.
Okay. I didn't get to price this yet. I wrote it down, but I didn't price it. The stuff
Is
that's
that
up
a legend
there.
or is that the vintage?
I don't know. Oh,
Oh,
God!
it's a legend.
What is that doing?
Sorry.
That's a
I
legend.
couldn't
That's modern.
resist.
This
He
is a
wants a
modern
dog treat.
legend.
Yeah.
I don't
On
know.
a retro card.
I know that, but I didn't get to
He
price
wants
it
a
yet.
dog
20
treat.
bucks.
He's had 2
Okay.
already. Does he get one?
What? Are you asking us if Tucker gets a treat?
Yeah, he wants one. He's had 2 already.
Because he absolutely gets a treat. Rocky wants to bid on a Starbird Avenger. I don't know
Well,
what that
VIP
is.
just claimed it, but Rocky, you're in luck.
Got those?
I have 2. I kept one for the store.
Tired.
So I didn't even bring it out here. It's yours if you want it. It's $50.
Rocky, let us know if you're interested, and I will write
Rocky
you down.
gets VIP prices.
Okay, so give me 1 second here. What is that thing called?
Starbird Avenger.
I'm just gonna call it a Starbird.
That's how we call it anyway.
Number 1,
Yeah, a Marco Caro.
and a Starbird number 2.
If Rocky wants it.
$50 on the Starbird.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Tucky. No more chicken jerky. I just dropped it out of reach.
And Mark.
Hey Hal, thanks for thinking of us yesterday morning with donuts and stuff, and just being a thoughtful human being. The camaraderie, I think everybody got along, and almost to a T, everybody except for little. Listen, I've been finding price tags everywhere on the property, but it's price tags. I understand they blow off. I gotta say that everybody cleaned up and respected our space.
I would say
95%.
95%
There were a couple
of everybody here was absolutely freaking awesome. There's always, in anything you do, I don't care if you sell shoes, I don't care if you're an insurance person, I don't care what you do, there's always 5% of people that are just not to be spoken of. 95% of everything that happened yesterday was absolutely fantastic and amazing. Our vendors did a great job of being respectful to each other and to the property and us. Load out is always a little chaotic. And kind of a free-for-all. We sort of have a flow of traffic, and sometimes it gets a little iffy.
We just let them do what they want. Rock, it's yours. We don't need it for the museum. I don't have space for more vehicles.
So, am I hearing 2 bell rings?
Yeah.
Selena, if you wouldn't mind.
Bell ring for Mark and a bell ring for Rock.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mark and Rocky for that.
You claim it in the group or on the screen?
One of each. We had a group
I
and
don't
a
think it was
screen.
humorous. I think that was a stressful moment.
I feel
Somebody-
terrible.
Yeah, that wasn't funny.
I feel terrible for Andrew.
It was somebody I like a lot.
Yes.
Um,
If it was one of that 5% that we're not going to talk about,
Yes.
I would have laughed and ran away. But it was someone I actually like and respect.
Yeah.
And, it did and there was some damage.
who
To
respects
the
me.
truck, not to our fence.
That's what I mean.
I can put a fence up.
I was gonna say my husband can lay some fence because that fence.
It was actually a fence post. I can really sink some posts.
My husband can sink a post or two. That truck hit the fence and the fence didn't move and the truck bounced. So that I feel very bad, Andrew. Please. Sorry. I feel bad.
Just outing people.
I have no inside voice. I'm sorry it happened.
Right. Camera 2.
I'm glad it wasn't too bad.
It's tough with big trucks, unless you're me. Let's do some
He
G.I. Joe
can drive a
classified.
truck and sink a pole. All right, what do we got here? The Baroness.
G.I. Joe sealed Baroness classified.
Seared by Motley Crue.
Like salmon.
Sealed classified Baroness, $40. Now
Only $40 for this deluxe Baroness.
The prices that we are going to quote today do include free shipping in the United States. Doug, the parking deterrent was
nothing.
Hope. What do they call it?
Hopes and dreams.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
They did not set up any of the stanchions they said they were going to set up. They did not put up any of the signs they said they were going to put up. It was all thoughts and prayers.
They didn't show up to help us, and they didn't show up to yell at us. So
that's a wash.
I'll chalk that up as that's a wash.
I'm gonna call that a wash. Yes, for the first time ever.
We did our best to shoo people away. We put out signage to get people to go to.
As
the
we always
parking
do.
lot. Yep.
And we made multiple posts.
But there's only so much we can do without getting in trouble. Yeah, they did show up. I don't know if you saw that. A jacked
How did I miss
sergeant
from where?
From Hamilton Township came and bought a Thor's hammer. He's walking around with it.
I saw him.
How did I miss that?
I saw him.
I'm upset. Does someone have pictures? I need to see that.
I don't think people like taking pictures of cops.
With big hammers.
It was cool that he got that, though. But he was just having a good time, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Side note, John.
Are there any veggies we want fresh? I am getting ready to plant. Not specifically. What did Mom used to make, Selena?
Are French fries?
We have a claim on Battle Next.
That is from Bernie.
Bernie Lomax. Thank you.
What did Mom used to make? That narrows it down.
Have we sold the Bernie before?
I don't believe we've ever sold the Bernie before, and I think he's using a pseudonym. So Bernie, do me a favor. I see you're on YouTube. If you have a Facebook account, please message the Farpoint Toys and Collectibles Facebook page. If you do not have a Facebook account, you can email us. The email address will scroll down at the bottom of your screen. It is contact@farpointtoys.com. I prefer Facebook if you have it. If that is impossible for you, I will accept an email, but it will take me a long time to get back to you because I am terrible with email. But Facebook is best, but if not, that's fine. So that we can invoice you for your purchase and get all your info and everything.
Let's continue with
Thank you.
Let's continue with classified.
Who's next?
A bat. A classified bat for you army builders.
Classified bat is $25.
25 shipped. Did anybody still try to park by the side of the road? Rock, from what I understand, the electric company parking lot filled up. This show was so successful that there was no parking in the giant electric company parking lot left.
Yeah.
That tells you what we have built here. Listen, there's other shows. There was another show yesterday.
There's other free shows.
I don't think you're going to a better show than this one. I love the Merchantville show at Scott Tallis's. First of all, it's on the same day as ours. Second of all, because I like Scott a lot. Third of all, Todd is there. Fourth of all, the street in Merchantville.
Ring the bell for Bernie, claiming the bat.
See, Scott has a thing that we don't have. He has like this little small town he's in.
Small
so they
town
close off
America.
the street, so you get to wander the street, and it's a great show.
It's great when the town gets involved.
Yeah.
That's how.
What I think is great about Scott, he was really stressing it this year. He did not want to have his show.
If Doug wants a bat, I have one as well, so ring it twice. Write it down.
Ringing for Doug.
Is that 25?
Yeah. John, can you plant me a money tree? Is French fries a vegetable?
Potatoes are, yes.
And their potatoes evolved into French fries.
Scott was really stressing the date of his show this year because he absolutely did not want to conflict with any other shows, which is the height of etiquette. And we all appreciate that very much. There were 3, I think, or 4 other shows happening in September he didn't want to conflict with. So he almost didn't have his show this year because he didn't want to conflict with another show.
Listen, everybody could throw the show the same day as ours. You're missing out if you don't come to ours.
I mean, that's true.
That's sad.
It's just like vendors having to choose where to go. Mm-hmm. Like, you want to do everything.
Every vendor here said, I wish I brought more stuff.
Everyone I spoke to said, thank you for giving me the best spot.
Show
vendors were handing out postcards. Then they're more than welcome to do that. I know Scott handed out a ton to play with this. And we love Scott. We really love Todd.
Tucky loved Todd.
Did you guys see the picture of Tucker meeting Todd? Todd is the dog of the store dog for Play With Us.
Yeah, Play With Us had a store dog before we did.
Yeah.
Not that we didn't. Selena had a dog, but Turkey, the previous dog, wasn't Tucker personality-wise.
Tucker's an attention-seeking cuddlebug. Turkey was not.
Turkey was a exact copy of his owner, but smaller and hairier.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. Don't perceive me. I do not exist to you. Die.
Why are you looking at me?
Meanwhile, Tucker is the ultimate himbo.
Yeah.
Pet me, love me, love me.
Tucker is an attention
What's he doing right now?
enthusiast. Right now, staring at me because he's hoping I'll give him
Why
more
don't
chicken
you show
jerky.
the people at home what Tucker is doing?
Oh, there's an idea.
So people are asking us for a beer truck next year. Is that legally something we can do?
Well, the beer truck would have to. I do not know. I wouldn't do it because of the road we're on. And people stumbling into the
Next thing
road.
you got people leaving after drinking too many, and yeah, that picture
Linda
is my
said,
favorite
seeing
thing
the
ever.
picture is priceless.
I took
They were nose to nose and saying hi.
17 pictures just to make sure I got the right one.
Did they
'cause
start
kept
sniffing each other's
moving.
butts at all?
They did eventually. I didn't take any pictures of that.
Oh.
Thank you.
And then they
Tucker's
wouldn't stop.
reputation thing.
They were in a loop. They were chasing each other's tails, just sniff, 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 butt.
Aw.
So we had to literally
That's
pull
kind
them
of dog
apart.
culture.
Like, they might have had like a bromance going on. Not really sure.
All right, next
They're
classified.
both working dogs. They get it.
This is from the Snake Eyes movie. But it's Storm Shadow, so it's still a great character. It's a very cool version of Storm Shadow. I think it's only $15.
Storm Shadow is $15. Did you skip the Cobra Infantry?
No, yeah, by accident. So
Okay.
Storm Shadow is $15.
Storm Shadow is in fact $15.
Yeah.
Tucky has
If
a
you
work
put
friend.
his other head on and he's not the movie guy, he looks normal.
And then we have Cobra Infantry if you're an army builder as well. Which number is this? Because they've done different versions of Cobra Infantry.
If you turn it this way, I can say 24.
Is it infantry or officer? I can't read it.
Infantry.
Infantry.
Okay.
Cobra Infantry is 25.
$25.
Yeah. $25. A special liquor license for the day to have a beer truck vend on your property. And Rocky would know. Good
I
to
would
know.
go too wild and spend every dime. Not that I don't do that already.
I have decided I'm no longer drinking alcohol. I think it makes my ear ringing worse, so I've sworn off
I
it.
really don't drink anyway either.
I really
Unless I'm
don't
playing
either.
A show.
I really don't either, but I really like mimosas and sangria.
Speaking of playing a show, where I'm out there, go to camera one.
Are you really going to say this? Because this is such,
It's weird because it's my two lives mashing.
This is when I'm going to just eye roll.
Weird
I'm eye
crossover.
rolling.
No.
Go ahead, eye
No,
roll.
never mind.
No,
Go to
eye
camera
roll.
two.
No,
You
do
don't-
eye
You
roll.
don't start it now.
Someone
it's
wanted
alright.
Justin's autograph yesterday.
But not for his Farpoint.
No.
No, they brought one of my band's
Persona.
CDs. And it's so weird to be on my property here, on my toy store.
Penelope acts like, when you first got together, Penelope acts like she didn't trail me into Borders or whatever just to go look in the CD section so that she could show me the CD of your band.
That's
in
so
the-
funny
in the
because I
store.
did that to her.
Of course I
Exactly.
did, because okay,
Alright, let's not get too deep
you
into this.
are now dating a large, hairy, scary-looking gentleman who can I throw you under the bus totally?
Sure.
Who may have been incarcerated at one point in his life, who currently works in an adult store, home to meet your mother. You gotta give her something to
And
work
what
with.
did Mom say?
So I'm like,
Mom-
he's in a
Mom took
band. He's in a band that has actual CDs that does
Mom
things.
took all that in, and she said,
You actually sat and told us I never heard this story before,
Mom
guys.
takes all this in.
You actually sat
Yeah, when
and
she
said,
sees
Mom,
you.
I met this guy, and laid all that out there like that?
I mean, not exactly, but like you
When you started hanging out with me, was she like, who's this new guy?
Of course she was.
Oh, wow.
Well,
I never imagined this conversation.
it wasn't really a conversation. It was more of like an osmosis thing. Like, we didn't sit down and I was like, Mom, I'm bringing a man home. I have to tell you what's happening.
No, but you were like, I'm hanging
No.
out with this guy.
Not even.
Well, I remember the first time I met Selena, you probably said, hey, I'm going to be hanging out with this guy. You're going
Yeah.
to meet him.
Because we were all at the tattoo convention.
Yes, that's exactly what occurred. There was no other conversation.
But like Mom, at the time I was still living at home. That's how long I've known this guy. I was still living with my mother when we met. And I had been dating this little elf man. And then I go from elf man to dwarf man.
Rock, there's a lot above me, my man.
Going from an elf
Overly
man.
entitled elf boy.
I like being in the same list as Kirk, though, because we have similar vibes.
Going from elf boy
Overly
to
entitled-
dwarf man,
overly
dwarf lord.
entitled elf boy.
Yeah.
Dwarf Lord. I
You
like
know,
that.
going from
Dwarf
elf boy
lord.
to dwarf lord.
I'm in for that.
She needed to be brought abreast of something that's happening. Because, like, one day there's an elf boy hanging out at the house, and the next day, fucking
Whoa,
Gimli
2 F-bombs.
is
Woo!
Gimli is hanging
PG-13
out.
just got thrown out the window.
Gimli is hanging out at the house, and
She
she's
called
sort of
me
like
Hagrid.
she did. So the day my mother met Justin, is this before the Harry Potter movies or after? When did they start coming out?
2001.
Okay,
after.
so it was after the Harry
Yeah.
Potter movies. She took one look at Justin and said to his face, "Oh, he's the groundskeeper at Hogwarts."
She tells me, "Oh, Penelope's new boyfriend is the groundskeeper at Hogwarts." I'm like, "I know, I've met him."
How do we get on this tangent? How can we get off it?
Let's get off it.
All right,
Let's stop talking about me.
Oh, that's what it was. We were talking about how great Justin is and how he's in a band.
Yeah.
Yes. So Justin tried to win me over by showing me his CD at Borders. And I looked at it and I said, "How come your name's not on it?" Anyway, it was his band. Okay, go on to count 2.
Well, you were apparently impressed enough to drag me into Borders to show me.
That's hilarious. So, Fantastic Four, Marvel Legends on the retro card, $20
$20 for the
for
Human,
the Human
Torch.
Torch. On the awesome Toy Biz callback retro. I love this retro card.
I love the retro card stuff because it's retro. Oh, look, it's my favorite
Oh, good for you,
Power
Bernie.
Ranger guy.
You know what? Props, brother. I know it's probably tough, but it's better in the long run.
It is absolutely better in the long run. Congratulations, Bernie, on 5 months.
Shit, I can't even quit soda, let alone...
I
gave up soda probably.
I have a
decade ago.
problem with ringing in my ears, and it's constant, and I think alcohol exacerbates it. Thank you. Power Rangers Lightning Collection Eyeball Guy. Is that actually his name?
Yeah,
Eye Guy. Borders, that's dating yourself. Yes, Flounder, I am old enough to remember what a Borders is. It's actually closer to you, but...
They still exist, don't they?
Borders no longer exists as
She's
a...
so old, she saw E.T. in the theaters.
Please. I was an infant. I don't believe Borders exist as an actual place you can